Donald Trump says he received a target letter from special counsel Jack Smith on Sunday night. And guess what? He's being allowed to face the grand jury that Smith has impaneled this week. He wrote on Truth Social, "Wow, on Sunday night while I was with my family, having just arrived from the Turning Point event in Florida, where I won the straw poll against all other Republican candidates with 85.7%, with all polls showing me leading the Republican primary by very substantial numbers, almost everyone predicting that I will be the Republican nominee for president. And as I am leading Democrat Joe Biden in the polls by a lot, horrifying news for our country was given to me by my attorneys. Deranged Jack Smith, the prosecutor with Joe Biden's DOJ, sent a letter again, it was Sunday night, stating that I am a target of the January 6th grand jury investigation and giving me a very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment. So now Joe Biden's Attorney General, Merrick Garland, who I turned down for United States Supreme Court, in retrospect, based on his corrupt and unethical actions, a very wise decision, together with Joe Biden's Department of Injustice, have effectively issued a third indictment and arrest of Joe Biden's number one political opponent, who is largely dominating him in the race for president. Nothing like this has ever happened in our country before, or even close. He then goes on to list a bunch of issues that have come across his campaign where the Justice Department has treated him unfairly, spying on his campaign, Russia, Russia, Russia. He ends the post on Truth Social by saying, "It is a very sad and dark period for our nation." Now, if you are keeping track, this is the third indictment, right? We had the Manhattan indictment. We had the one surrounding the classified documents in Florida that Jack Smith impaneled the jury down there. They indicted him. This would be number 3. But this one all stems from special counsel Jack Smith's investigation surrounding January 6th. Now, this is important to understand. One, it's very different than the first one that dealt with the classified documents. And the second thing is, it's in much bigger of a context than January 6th. Smith is looking at Trump's action involving the efforts to overturn the election. So this goes back to conversations that he had in November, December, obviously, and then into January. Interactions that he had with government officials. I mean, secretaries of state, legislators, alternative electors. But this adds number 3, as I said, of indictments, and we still have the Fulton County one to come. Here's the thing. There are 2 separate issues the way I see this. There's the legal concerns, and the 2 federal indictment, I think, would be concerning because those are real jail time. These aren't civil indictments. These aren't civil cases where you just pay a fine. These could result in jail, and I think he is rightly so concerned. But the other thing is the political consequence. You notice Trump here getting well ahead of the curve. Trump hasn't been indicted again. He's just being asked to meet with the grand jury if he so chooses. He obviously, through his spokespeople, have said that's not going to happen. Politically speaking, after the last 2, he believes that this is going to strengthen his case. And his poll numbers show it. After the Manhattan one and the Miami indictment, Trump's standing with the party went up and his greatest competitors, especially DeSantis, went down. I think they are betting again that this third indictment strengthens him. The question is it different? Is this going to be a concern? And can he push the issue off legally until after the election? If Trump can do that, if he can keep these actions from impeding his ability to run, then he benefits politically and pushes any consequences till past the next election. That is critical for Trump politically. Well, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure that you never miss another video.